What's up, YouTube? Um, so today's topic, I'm going to talk about um the reasons why it's so hard to fit in with people or to hang out with people if you're on a spiritual path, or if you're very spiritual, or if you're into spirituality, or if you're into self-improvement and you just look at life from a deeper perspective, from a deeper meaning, and the reasons why it's so hard to connect and be around people if you want just a lot of things out of life, right? And I don't mean this in an egotistical way. I mean this in a way where, like, if you feel kind of different, or if you have a lot of goals, or if you're into spirituality, yeah, it's going to be hard for you to kind of connect with people and to kind of be around people and to tolerate people and to even have fun and go out with people versus compared to like most of the population. Now, I'm not sure how it is for some people. 'Cause I know people from through online struggle with this, but with me, I feel like I struggle with this a lot. I mean, I use examples so it'll make more sense. So me, I'm into spirituality, right? And I'm into health. So me, I love working out. I love running because I'm a runner. I love lifting weights, but also take my health very seriously. So me, I consider myself as a vegan slash vegetarian. Also, I do some fasting here and there, but I don't drink or I don't smoke, right? So, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with drinking or smoking. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is that's why I don't drink and smoke, and I don't eat meat, and I don't do shit like that. I just don't. So whenever I'm around people, or whenever I'm going out for parties, or if I'm around, or I'm trying to hang out with people, or when I'm in bars or clubs, or if I'm going out to public places like that, it's so hard for me to like. I want to say fitting in because me, I could so easily fit in with people because me, I'm easy to get along with, and I love people. So, and I naturally want to get to know people, and I respect people. So like, I don't have a tough time making friends or anything. I can make different kinds of friends. You know what I'm saying? I can meet new people easily, but I know how to get along with people. I don't have enemies like that. And if I do have enemies, it's on their end. It's not on my end. Because, like I said, I don't burn bridges with people. People burn bridges with me. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I make a lot of friends. I know how to get along with people. I know how to be put in different social situations. But for the most part, but what's so hard is not that. It's the fact that like it's hard for me to maintain connections like that because there are times where like people they'll tend to do things that they'll all do, but with me it's a lot different. For example, a lot of people how they'll interact or like how their definitions of having fun or how they'll cope is like within like smoking a lot and drinking a lot. And with me, I don't usually do that. So like I feel kind of odd. I feel kind of outcast. And I feel kind of weird. Where like I feel kind of it feels kind of rude, and I feel kind of bad when like I tell people no, I don't drink or like no, I don't smoke. I just feel like it's an awkward thing because like you know it's like damn, you know what I'm saying? Because like how does people supposed to like adjust? I mean, they could adjust, and there are people who do that. Don't let people peer pressure you. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to, in my opinion, it's hard to connect with people if you have a group of people, 5 people who drink and smoke, while you're the only person who don't drink and smoke. It feels kind of awkward, in my opinion. It feels kind of weird to kind of like maintain the connections and to maintain the interaction, to maintain having fun. You know what I'm saying? Because these people who are smoking and drinking, they're at a certain wavelength, and if you're not doing it, that means you're at a different wavelength than them. So it's hard for you to even maintain a connection like that. And I feel like for me, it's kind of been a story of my life. I've even dealt. I was even with family members where like I'm the only family member where like I don't eat meat, and I don't even drink like that, or I don't smoke like that. But no, my family don't smoke, but they all drink. And, I mean, and they don't drink excessively. You know what I'm saying? But this is the average human being. Where like they'll drink a beer, they'll drink some wine here and there. But me, I don't do that. But it's so hard. Like, 'cause me, I don't, even, I can't even connect to my family like that. I mean, they know I'm vegan, vegetarian. Like, they're cool with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I'm just saying, like, it kind of sucks where you just feel different. You feel kind of odd or outcasted when like you're around people who eat and do things that are different than you. And I'm not trying to sound judgmental or like weird for that, but I don't know, man. It's just at times like. it would be nice if God or the universe they'll put people in my fucking life where like they'll do the same things I do. Like why is it that a lot of people they're able to meet other people who drink and smoke and eat the same diet like them, but with me, I can't meet people that have the same diet and who do stuff like me. You know what I'm saying? Instead, God or the universe, they'll put me around people who do things that are the exact opposite of what I do. Even on how I view life, just completely different. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you got to respect people's, you know, belief systems, how they view life and shit like that. You got to respect people's like, you got to respect people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people have their differences, this and that. But I'm not necessarily talking about that. But I'm more so talking about like, why is it that like I'm always around groups of people who, with these groups of people, they'll partake in the same stuff. But with me, it's completely different, the opposite of what they do. So why can't I meet people who do the same things I do? It'll make it fair, make it right, right? But no, but God or life or the universe, they won't allow this shit to happen. And that shit pisses me the fuck off because it's not fair. Because I've been experiencing this shit my whole life. I'm like, what the fuck? Unless I'm the only one that's vegan, vegetarian, that fasts a lot. But not even that, because there are people who are like that, but it's not even that. I mean, yes, that it is like that, but at a small scale. It's the mindset too, like people don't talk about like spirituality, they don't talk about like the deeper meanings behind life. People don't talk about is there an afterlife. People don't usually talk about spiritual or taboo shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they all talk about the same mundane shit where like they either talk down to people, they roast on people, they make fun of people, or just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that everyone does this, and I know why people do that because it's a social situation. You know, it's socially acceptable to do shit like that. But I don't know, man. It's just and I could tell it too because I don't know, man. It's just like because I've been around a couple connections. Actually, when it comes to in person, I've been a couple of connections where like I felt connected. Well, these were usually romantic partners, and the people who I felt connected to that were friendships is through online. But in person, I felt connected to at least two people. If honestly, just one person to be honest, and that was my twin flame. Me and my twin flame, we met in 2017. Obviously, we have differences. Like even with me and my twin flame, like me, I'm vegan, and my twin flame eats meat. And I think she drinks and she likes to party. But with me, I don't do shit like that, and I don't want to do shit like that. So even though we have differences, we still had that connection because obviously we're both soulmates and we both had that strong spiritual connection. Because me and her were twin flames. Obviously, we're not together. We did broke up or separate, but we only dated like once. But even before we dated, like we knew each other for like me and her were actually in the same college class. So like we were so we knew each other and we would interact with each other, we'd talk to each other, we'd hang out, and not hang out, but like, we'd talk to each other in class and shit like that for about, I think, a good, damn, about like 5 months at the most, which is crazy. Damn, I got no type of connection in my life. So me and my twin flame, the person I felt the closest to, we only been around each other's lives for 5 months, and then we did it once, and then we split, we separated, we broke up, and then we never saw each other again. But even though we had our differences, I still felt connected to her. So I know what it's like to feel a deep spiritual connection. I know what it's like to feel that bond. But so it's not just like your diets or your lifestyle. I mean that is a very important role. That is huge, extremely important. But it also with the mindset as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was into spirituality and she wasn't, like we're both twin flames, we're both soulmates in my opinion, I believe, but we also have our own differences. But it's hard to explain, but I still feel connected to her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure she felt connected to me. But because we'll get it, because when we're dating, like we'll have nice conversations. Like me and her, we had a great time. You know, but you know, just we just ended up we broke up through like a phone situation and shit where like there's misunderstandings and insecurities and fears came to the surface and that's how we broke up. It was pretty bad. But yeah, but whatever. Yeah, but it's just it gets annoying. Like it sucks because like I don't want to seem like an asshole or I don't want to seem like a loner or like a pushover because like I like people, I like being around them, but I just can't tolerate being around people who do a lot of shit that's different than what I do, especially when it comes to health, like drinking and smoking. I can't be around that. I just can't, and I got nothing against people who are like that, but me, I take my health seriously, and I don't want to be around like people who smoke cigarettes or like people who drink and shit like that. I don't want that around my system. And I'm not judgmental. I'm not one of those people where like when people do shit like that and be like, hey, you need to stop doing this, or hey, you need to stop doing that. I don't want to be nowhere near that. No, I don't even do shit like that. I'm just like me. Like I understand human behavior, and I'm very understanding, and understand we're all unique. We all have our own purposes and talents in life. And like the same way, like who am I to judge people? Like just because I'm vegan or vegetarian, that doesn't mean I'm healthy. You know, and there's scientific facts. I mean, eat meat is actually more healthier compared to just eating fucking vegetables and fruits and all that weird shit, right? But it's not that. It's more so the fact that. So I'm not trying to be judgmental when it comes to that, or I'm not talking shit for that. I'm more so talking about like the differences. Like, why is that like a group of people they're able to do the same shit, but with me, I don't have no one that does the same shit as me. You know what I'm saying? But instead, I'm forced to be around people who do a lot of different shit. But yeah, they do the same shit together. But with me, it's a lot different compared to them. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, I feel outcast, or I feel different. I'm just so sick of feeling different. Why is it that like I got to be the type of person where like I always got to stand out, or I always got to be different in some way? And there are times where like I do drink here and there. I don't smoke, but there are times where like, well, the most I can smoke is like a vape, but that's it. I don't smoke cigarettes or weed or anything like that. And vape is not even like all the time, like once per fucking like 2 months. Not because I want to do it, but it's because whenever I'm in a social situation, I'll just do it just so I can fit in with people. You know, what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be like a dick or an asshole and be like, nah, I don't vape. Sometimes people offer me to drink. Yeah, I'll do it. I guess it's because of peer pressure, but it's more so I just don't want to feel like an asshole, and I don't want to feel like a dick for saying, hey, no, I don't want to drink, or hey, I don't want to smoke. Even though there are other ways where you can politely say you don't want to, which I have, but like for the most part, it's like I don't know, man. It's frustrating. Um, it's frustrating. So this is why like I'm not sure when it comes to connections, both friendship and platonically and romantically. I'm not sure if I'm being too picky or if I'm being too paranoid or if I'm overthinking or if I'm like too nitpicky or judgmental. Cause like I'm getting to the point in my life where like at this point like I'd much rather be alone and focus on my career, focus on my YouTube channel, focus on my military shit, focus on my workouts, focus on my college work and my career. Being alone with no interactions versus being around people where like I I feel different and we partake in different things and I gotta act a certain way, just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like especially know where I'm getting. Like when I come into romantic connections or potential dating partners or shit like that, you know, the things I look for. Obviously, attraction is there, but like if we're not in the same wavelength mentally and our lifestyles are completely different, then I can't really be around this person. This can be attractive, but if our lifestyles and our mindset and our vibration and our frequency and our wavelength is completely different, then I don't want to be around that person, because then conflict is going to start, or like you really can't act like yourself, and vice versa. That person can't act like herself and shit like that, and it's going to cause a lot of conflict. I'm not saying where like you two have to have very similar, same life views. I'm just saying, like for example, if your diet is different, like if you're vegan, vegetarian, but the other person eats meat, or if the other person likes to drink and smoke, but you don't, yeah, there's gonna be some huge fucking issues because like you two aren't gonna get along like that. It's gonna create a lot of conflict. But not just those are the physical parts. I'm talking about when it comes to the mentality too. Like if this person views life or views people in social situations and their morals, belief systems, and shit like that is completely different from yours, this is gonna cause conflict. And in some relationships that does work out, it depends on the situation, but you just never know, But it's how it is. Man, why is my screen getting lighter? Give me 1 second. It's distracting me. Give me 1 second. The fuck is it doing? Why does it always do that? Hang on. There we go. But my bad. I was typing. I was typing something. But yeah. But it just get annoying, man. Like we're like always coming to connections where like I gotta either say no or I gotta deny or I gotta act different or like I just stand out automatically. Not in a good. I mean, I guess in a good way. I can be a good way. But I understand. I'm not the only one. People also have my struggles as well, where like they view life differently than those people, or like they don't drink and smoke like that when it comes to social situations or social gatherings like that. I'm aware I'm not the only one, but it's like fuck, man. You know, like what does God or the universe do they not see this shit? And I've always asked myself, I understand God or life or the universe, they'll put you in uncomfortable situations or in people who are the exact opposite as you, just so you could grow from these situations, so you can learn from these situations, and so you can also overcome these situations to gain more wisdom and knowledge and be more adaptable and be more durable when it comes to any situation in life. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, yo, at this point, this shit's getting annoying. This shit's getting ridiculous because I feel like I've learned so many lessons. I've learned what I needed to learn. So why can't God or the universe or life reward me with a fucking at least one connection or group of people who actually are on the same wavelength as me? But God doesn't do shit like that for whatever fucking reason, man. Either I have a strong ass spirit, or like I'm going through some karma, or I've done some bad shit, or now I gotta repay that shit, or like my spirit or some other being chose me to experience this shit either out of suffering or out of growth purposes. But it's just like this shit gets annoying. I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but it's annoying. And I feel like, damn, am I doing the wrong thing? Because there's so many times where like I have to isolate myself or distance myself from people, and I'm thinking to me because I can't as I'm getting older too. I just can't tolerate like if we're different, I'm just gonna walk away. Not because I'm being a different asshole, but because like I just can't. I'm this point in my life where like if I'm not around people who are the same who are the same wavelength as me, I don't want to be around you. I just don't. I don't like wasting time. I think because I take my time seriously now. I take time very seriously, and like I don't waste my time doing bullshit. Like I don't waste time acting like someone I'm not, or like I just don't feel connected, or I don't fit in with you because there's no purpose. We're not improving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I always find that weird and strange. I always get confused about that. Like, why is that? Like, I'm always around a group of people or a certain person, or even where like I have a crush on a romantic partner. But yeah, we always have different fucking belief systems. Our lifestyles are different. How we eat, how we do shit, just shit like that, man. This is annoying. But yeah, I meet people online who are spiritual, who look at life from a deeper perspective, who don't drink or smoke, who eats a vegan vegetarian diet, who does fasting and shit like that, who's into health and fitness and shit. But not just that, but who are in the same wavelength as me. But yeah, I meet these people online, but in person, fucking no one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like there's a spiritual purpose or spiritual meaning behind why I'm experiencing this shit. Maybe because I really do believe in God or the universe or life. They're really trying to teach me a fucking life lesson. It has to be a life lesson for growth purposes, obviously, because everything happens for a reason. But this shit gets annoying, you know what I'm saying? I hate it so much. But my best advice, if you're experiencing this shit, and it doesn't have to be my situation, it can be any situation. Just take what applies, take what resonates, but it doesn't have to be my exact situation. For you watching this, it could be a whole complete different situation. But just take heed and try to apply it to your life. Now, what my advice is, one is to know that you're not alone. Two, just realize that you're not going crazy. Yes, it is not fair. It's not right. It's annoying. It's fucked up that like life is not putting you around like-minded people because you do deserve to be around like-minded people. Just acknowledge that like it's not your fault. It's just life being on some bullshit because life is always because people always gotta go through some type of bullshit with life. No matter what, every human being, they all gotta go through some type of petty, dumb shit that's unnecessary. That's how life is. That's what I noticed. It can be anything. Just for fucking growth purposes, but it's not really growth. It's more so it's annoying shit. But it is what it is. And also focus on your career. So acknowledge that like it's not fair that you're not alone that and that you're meant to learn from these situations, but also focus on your career. Like since me, like since I'm not meeting like-minded people, I literally have no choice but to keep making YouTube videos so I can do what I love. I have no choice but to love myself, to become my own best friend, but to also dive deep and do what I love, such as working out harder, um, studying harder from and passing my college classes so I could do better at my college classes, study for my career. I'm in the military, I'm in the army, so I have a lot of opportunity to become better at that. I have a better opportunity to make better YouTube videos. I can more time to edit. I think I have more time to work out, more time for my college classes, more time to eat healthy. To I have more time to work on my spiritual practice, like meditations, working on my breathing exercises, so I can release anxiety and shit like that. I can focus on my yoga, and there's other shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on my driving, so I can get my license and shit. Just shit like that. So that's what I realized. If you're not around like-minded people, go ahead, strong, dive deep into your career field because your career field is going to give you a lot of satisfaction and it's going to give you a return. Whether it could be through money, through like a reputation in a good way, through public recognition. It's going to be satisfying. And like with your career, one of the cool things, what I've learned from people when it comes to your career is that like when it comes to your career, it's limitless. So you can literally give your all. For instance, when you like you how you approach your career is a lot different when you approach connections, based on what I've learned from other people. So with your career, the sky's the limit. You could do whatever you want to your career. You could go hard, you could go intense, you could work hard as much as you want. You give your career as much attention as you want. And it's gonna give you a huge investment in return. That's one of the good things about it. With human beings, with people, you put your all into them, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna get a good investment return back to you. But when it comes to career, it's a guarantee that you will get a return and a good investment return back to you to make your life better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying approach connections all paranoid that like people ain't shit, like people aren't gonna give you nothing in return. Obviously, have faith, set boundaries, and like don't give 100%, but like just you know what I'm saying? Just, if you meet connections or if you approach connections, just see how it is. It's all about equal give and take and shit like that. When it comes to your career, it's a whole different ballgame. You can literally go hard. You can express yourself. For example, YouTube. Like I could like like me making YouTube videos, expressing my pain, my frustrations, my life experiences, my advices, and the things that really piss me off, or that makes me sad or upset. I can really express that shit through YouTube and investment. I could potentially get a good return by like subscribers, by people who are like minded like me, and money, just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I love doing it too. So that's what I mean. But like, if you're not around like-minded people, if you're just fed up, put your full focus on your career. Figure out what you want to love, and just know that more than likely it's meant for a spiritual reason, or like God or the universe. They're trying to teach you a lesson. I know it's annoying, trust me, because I've experienced this shit my whole life. But just know that more than likely it's for the better. You know. And if you're experiencing that, take time out of your day to do a lot of soul searching. Try to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you love, what you don't love, and do what you got to do. But like I said, I have nothing against people who drink or smoke. That's not the main topic of this video. The main purpose of the video is me talking about how like why is it that like I gotta be different compared to groups of people. But yeah, the groups of people they're doing the same thing with them. But with me it's different. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. But again, you don't have to experience what I had to experience. Just take what applies re- take what resonates to your life and try to apply it to your life. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm out. Have a good one. Um, enjoy your weekend or enjoy your day whenever you're watching this, and just know that you're not alone. And you're meant for great things, and you got this. I believe in you. Peace.